The views and opinions expressed in this content are that of a continuously evolving nature and are subject to change as humanity evolves into higher states of awareness.
Hi everyone, it's Lee again here from Next Level Awareness, and in this video I want to talk about being an extreme introvert and how to kind of balance being an introvert and have connections with other people as well. Because the reason I want to make this video is because I've had trouble in my life being an extreme introvert and trying to adapt the two, because being an introvert, you kind of go out alone and you get so used to being alone that you create this reality in your mind that you consider be amazing. Okay, so that's one of the upsides of being an introvert. You can go out alone, you don't need to rely on other people, you can literally create your own reality when you're out, and you can have an amazing time just in your own company, because part of being an introvert is we've got a lot of self-love. We love being with ourselves, okay? But this can cause issues, because if you eventually lose this connection with other people, you kind of start to die a spiritual death. And what I mean by this is, the way our DNA is designed is we have to kind of associate with people. We have to have deep connections with other people, whether that be friends or partner. And sometimes when you're such an introvert, it's very easy to get disconnected from all these other people in your life. And when you do this, you'll start to feel like there's something wrong. Okay, you'll start to feel like there's kind of this emptiness inside, this loneliness feeling, where you deep down you really want this connection, but when you try and do it, it's very hard to do it because you're so used to your own company, and sometimes you even prefer being alone than you do with other people. I do this. I go out alone and I have an amazing time. I look at like things like plants. I'll see the beauty in the world, because that's one of the good things about being an introvert, especially if you're on a spiritual evolutional journey where you're constantly evolving to the next levels of awareness. You start to see the world a lot different, and you can't necessarily you can't go up the levels of awareness without spending time alone. This is what a lot of people have trouble with as well, because a lot of people out there can't be alone. They've got to be with somebody else. So when they're always with somebody else, they haven't got time to self-reflect enough. They haven't got time to see reality as it really is, okay? Because a lot of them are just watching the news or being told about reality from external sources like social media narratives or the news, etc. And this isn't necessarily what's going on in reality. But when you're an introvert, you can kind of go out in reality and you can see it all for yourself, because there's only your mind and reality around you. There's no distractions, you see. And this is one of the good points about being an extreme introvert, because you can like literally create your own reality in your head. Okay, you can go out, you can have a great time on your own in your own company. You can watch people, listen to people's conversations, get an idea of what's really going on in the world, apart from what somebody's creating on the news, etc. And I've even got to points where I can go out and listen to conversations from people, and then their conversations are still in my mind, and I can literally have a conversation with them without even having a physical interaction with them. Now, this is next level awareness. This is like the next level, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's not happening. It might not be just in my mind, because it might be another timeline, but at the moment we're on this physical timeline, okay? We're here on this physical timeline for a reason, and we're here to connect with others. And if you go out on your own constantly and you don't associate with others or go out with others, then you're not contributing to the world in the way you should, you see, because we're here to share experiences with other minds, other souls, and we're here to kind of guide them or learn things from them, you see. So you've got to find this kind of balance where you've got your introvert side and you've also got your extrovert sides, where you go out with people and you associate with people. So what I like to do is I like to kind of have try and find a balance. So 2 or 3 days a week I might go out with my partner or a friend, and if you haven't done this for a long time, by the way, it will be very hard to do, because you're so used to being in your own mind. So you'll not even know what to say sometimes. You'll be like, what do I say? Like, I'm not used to being with people. But eventually it'll get better and better, and you'll get more comfortable with it. And then eventually you'll get to a point where It's kind of a nice balance. So you can go out on your own, have a great time, and you can go out with others, have a good time. It is different though. This is the thing. This is one of the things you'll notice as you increase your levels of awareness. When you get so used to being out alone and enjoying your own reality, when you're with somebody else, you'll feel like that reality's been took away from you. Okay, you'll feel like you're in a totally different world, and this is fine because it's not a totally different world. It's just because they're with you, they are a distraction from your other world that you've got inside your head. And it's very, very hard to merge these two, you see, because when you're with somebody, sometimes you have to acknowledge that they're there. I've gone out with people before, like friends and things, and I've literally, I'm thinking to myself, well, my own reality's disappeared. So I've literally gone in these little zones, and I have to remember that I'm with somebody and then speak to them. So this will happen for a while, but eventually you'll be able to like merge the two, which is what I'm working on at the moment. I'm not fully there yet, but I'm just thought I'd share this with you to see if you guys resonate with this. And I think other people are here to kind of learn from you, and you're here to learn from them. So a lot of people, like I said before, kind of go out alone. So those type of people, if you associate with them, you can then show them what it's like to go out alone, tell them the benefits, tell them to try it themselves. I've done this a few times, and my friends have gone out and tried it, and they've now got a nice little relationship with themselves going out alone. So there's two like sides of this, you see. There's those who go out alone, and there's those who cannot go out alone, and this is what we're here to merge. This is why we have to connect with others. And if you don't connect with others, you'll start to feel very, very lonely and isolated, because it's not in our DNA to be alone. You see, we've got to connect with others. So you can have like a kind of a double kind of life where you've got your own life in your head, and you've got that life with other people where you can connect with them as well. And you've got to kind of merge the two. And if you go out with other people and you start doing that and you get better at it, don't worry about losing your internal world either, because that's always going to be there. Because once you go up the levels of awareness, you can never devolve from that, okay? You're always going to have that internal reality. Whenever you want, you can go out alone, so that's never going to leave you, okay? But on the other hand, if you're too much in that internal reality and you go out with others, then that can affect them, you see. They're going to think you're a bit weird. If you're acting in a way that they can't resonate with because they're not used to being alone, they're going to feel very weird, and then they might stop kind of hanging around with you, okay? They might leave. So you kind of lose it that way. So you've got to kind of merge the two. You can't be one extreme or the other. You've got to kind of merge the two. And this is the problem with humanity at the moment. A lot of people are not comfortable alone. And this is why there's a lot of problems with divorces in marriage and arguments, all this. It's all down to fear of being alone, you see. So this needs to be merged. They have to learn from people like us. We have to learn from people like them to find connection. And that's why we're all here as one in this monad, where it's all here as a connection process. And that's what's creating this physical reality we see now. You see, so there is other realities out there in our mind, so we can create our own reality in our mind, but nobody else will see that, you see, because that's just, it's very subjective to your current level of awareness. So yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. And if you're an extreme introvert, how do you handle this? Do you still see people, or are you totally alone all the time? I'd like to hear your comments on that, so you can advise me, because I'm still learning this. I got very used to being out alone and enjoying my own reality that I literally kind of forgot how to socialize. And I'm trying to bring that in now. I'm going out with friends maybe once, twice a week and things, going out with my partner sometimes. So I'm trying to merge that in to my reality, and so far it's going quite good. It is two different realities altogether, but I'm happy with them both, because both realities have positives and negatives. So there is a positive to every reality there is, because everything is non-dualistic. Okay, so what's your opinion on that, guys? How do you handle being an extreme introvert? Do you have problems with it? Please leave your comments, like, subscribe, and if anybody you know would benefit from this video, please share it. And that's it, guys. I'm going to go and have a coffee now and walk around my beautiful home city of Durham. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.